So if we talk in official terms, I had elbow terrible triad injury and I was slacklining, okay? And I just felt on my weight on my elbow. It was twisted. So the same night they put it in place. And they told me that I need right radial head open reduction and internal fixation and maybe ligament repair. So I had a plaster for about 3 days. They told me to wait every day for their call to know if I have surgery that day or no. Depending on that, I was allowed to eat or no. And after 3 days, I had the surgery, and it was quite smooth. They put the plaster again for 2 weeks. I had it, and they removed it, and I got hinged elbow brace. I will put a picture how I looked with it. And I had it for about 2 months. For about 2 months, I had that brace. That's a brace with degrees, and you have 90 degrees at the beginning. Your hand is like this, and then you're supposed to add 10 more degrees every week. So I had then 50. My doctors told me to kind of move it with a lot of frequencies during the day. Then I was adding up every week 10 more degrees. It was 40s and 30 and like that, and just moving it like this. Also, the same with the wrist. You just move it like this. I was very, very scared of what actually is supposed to be the progress with the wrist because I had kind of zero. Like I could move it like this. And it was scary as fuck. And to be honest, it's still my biggest issue because I cannot really extend it with my palm up. So this is pronation and this is supination. So supination kind of sucks, but as I said, for my kind of injury, it's quite good result. What helped that I didn't smoke and I have quite healthy lifestyle. So I think that also contributed to my recovery. Maybe this information will be good for you to compare. I don't know, but after 2 months after my surgery, my extension was minus 50 degrees. A flexion was 128 degrees, supination was 25%, and pronation on 50%. Then I changed physiotherapist because I moved, and my current physiotherapist, he doesn't have this kind of measurement stuff, but I definitely know it got better, and it's definitely not all the percentages I could have, but still, I'm quite happy with the result I got. I know that I will be supposed to do this exercises for the rest of my life, not with so much of intensity, not like 12 hours per day, I do every day now, but perhaps half an hour, as I have to keep it moving. That's the whole point. As for strength, um, I started doing push-ups only after half a year, as I was really scared to do it before, especially with those sounds of a crack. Like if I don't move it for a while during the day, I can hear the sound of cracks, and it always scares me. Um, and now I can do around 7 push-ups. Before I could do like 10, so I never really been strong in my hands. So I'm also quite happy with the result I got. About stiffness, I have the stiffness when I'm waking up and when I'm not moving for a while. That's why I keep on doing them every day, those exercises. Yeah, the most important is consistency. You just have to do it every day. My physiotherapist was quite impressed by me doing exercises actually every day. He tells me people just ignore it and don't do it. So obviously not gonna see result if you are just not doing your physio. That's the most important, the most boring stuff. But as I told you, put on some podcasts, videos, whatever, and at the end you might actually enjoy it the way I do. I feel like it's became my self-care routine. um, I started my physio after 1 month after my surgery, um, because 2 weeks I was just in a plaster. I couldn't move it at all, and only after 2 weeks of moving it slightly bit by bit, my doctor told me that I can actually start doing physiotherapy. So I went to some private clinic and I changed like 4 times. Not because the physiotherapist was bad, I had all of them really good, satisfied, but I was just moving different countries at the time. My life was very unpredictable. It was very not the time for me to break the elbow. So that's how it is. I have no idea how physiotherapists are supposed to be, but they all seem nice. I had also laser treatment at the very beginning. Once they removed my plaster, it's a treatment where they put a special kind of small piece of material and it lights up, and it's supposed to be like laser, and it's supposed to heal you more fast. That's something that was in Canada, and the professor with who I was doing my internship recommended it to me, and I had nothing to lose to try it. I think it helped because my doctor told me that I had quite impressive results as for my injury. You don't have to actually do any kind of extraordinary exercises. It's just very simple movements, as I told you, very, very boring. Those will give you the results. Not like I've been trying to watch so many videos, doing so many exercises, but it's just not sustainable. You need some very easy, but at the same time, you feel like it actually helps you kind of routine. And doctors were quite shocked by my result. Like I already been more than a half a year, as they said, so it's kind of healed. But I continue doing my physio, and I wanted to show you, kind of document the way I do it. 4 seconds I hold it here, 4 seconds I strike it, and then 4 seconds I rest and repeat like this for 12 minutes. Obviously, I'm not gonna do it right now. That's fucking boring. Thanks God, there are a lot of podcasts and YouTube. So I'm just learning a lot these days, you know. Yeah, let's go to the next one. Next exercise I just do by laying down on my tummy and I put weight on my hands. So that's how I train the flexion of my elbow. You can see here that like it's not totally the way it's supposed to be, but I think I have quite good results as for my injury. The next one is extension exercise. You just hold the door, and that's how you stay for 25 seconds, 5 seconds of rest, and repeat like this for 12 minutes. And I do it morning and evening. Um, Nothing special. That's exercises that my physiotherapist told me to do. And I haven't seen him already in more than 3 months. As he told me, there is no point of seeing us with more frequency. So yeah, that's how it is. Every second day, I also do exercises with this. Today is not this day, but I can show you now what kind of exercises I do. Basically, you secure it to your door, and yeah, you see, I cannot really do the supination. I'm trying my best, but that's all I got. Yeah, so I just secured it with my door, and I kind of try to pull it, hold it for 6 seconds, and then I straighten it and turn around like this and hold it, hold it, hold it for another 6 seconds. And then again. And then again. Okay, now I just secure it to my bed. And again, I hold it like this and try to pull it. Sometimes my bed is moving. And hold it for 4 seconds. And again, I extend it. And then I flex it. Then I extend it. And like this. Better if you do it to something more stable than the bed, because my bed is moving. So it kind of prevents me from doing it very efficiently, but I don't have any other option. Now, what I also do is just stretching your wrist. Quite important for supination and pronation. Not complicated at all. I don't know if you hear cracks, but it's always cracking. I used to be scared of it before, but it's quite normal. Putting pressure on it. I want you to see more, but yeah, that's how it is. Like this. Actually, still quite painful, but that's what really helps. At least I feel. Yeah, just move it around. Make it as much sustainable as possible, because otherwise you'll just give up if it's too complicated to do. Yeah. You can still see that it's bigger than the normal one. Still a bit swollen, but there is nothing you can really do about it. I also consider myself being quite lucky, because at the time, after 2 weeks having that brace, my therapist told me to do exercises at home that required someone to help me, kind of to put a lot of pressure for extension and flexion. So I would just put it like this, and another person will have to press on it a lot every morning, every evening. And I was just very lucky that I had people around me that were willing to help. That's just incredible. I think it helped me a lot. So don't be shy to ask for help, and actually people are very happy to help. But in case you don't, um, that's not the end of the world. You can do it with this elastic thing. For example, I will show you. As you can see, now I secured my elastic on a bit high level, and here is a chair. And now I just put my hand in this a bit higher than my elbow and just stand like this. Let it rest. Then I put pressure on it. Let it rest, and then put pressure on it. Then you change, put it a bit lower, and like this. And then let it rest and put pressure on it. Another important thing worth to mention is scar treatment. You have to massage it from time to time, especially at the beginning. So, for example, you would just, I don't know, do circular motions, then like zigzag kind of thing. And it was quite painful at the beginning, but then it gets better. And you also can feel by the way it feels to touch a scar, it will be just smoother. I was also using trophylastine. It's such a patch that you put for about a week or something, and then you change every week. It's supposed to be just for making it less visible. I don't know if it really helped. I think you're supposed to put like sunscreen on it. That's what I was doing. Basically, it's protection from sun. I also heard about using oils, like doing massage with oils. To be honest, I didn't do it. Yeah, I was just massaging it, and also massaging triceps. It's here. supposed to be somewhere here. And yeah, before exercises, when I feel like it's really tense, to stay more consistent, what I recommend you is using an app like specific timer that lets you to have like rounds, breaks. Um, it's amazing one, because before I was very messy about my routine, and now it's much more easier. I just have to follow the sound of like pew, and I know that I have to rest pew again, and I have to do exercise again, and I can just relax and not have to count as I used to do it before, and just do my physio while watching some series or listening to podcasts. It's fucking amazing. And I just want to say that I'm really sorry. I'm really fucking sorry. When I just got this injury, it was like, I don't know, disaster. I was crying every day, and waking up was hitting me just terribly every morning, because I was realizing that, like, shit, this is real. And yeah, just be patient, consistent, and you'll see results. It's not the end of the world. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'm fine already. For example, me already after half a year already, I think about that I could do surfing this summer, or yeah, you can still hike. I was still hiking when I even had my brace on. You can still have quite fulfilling, amazing life while going through it. I tell you, I promise you will be fine.